Up their talent. Career 18-point scorer, 11 seasons in the league and recovering.
With both teams, our officials tonight here in Houston in the final night of preseason. Mark Davis, Nick Bookert, along with Jonathan Sterling, and away we go. Of course, Tony Parker is still coming back from the torn tendon in his leg, and there is a put-in on a
defense for a day, and then they started shooting a bunch of three-pointers. But absolutely, they're trying to get themselves together on that, and as Capella finishes off.
James Harden, and kind of what you were saying before, Harden now has a running mate, and some of the pressure off him. Ariza has had a great and a new shot clock, and Ryan Anderson there to defend. Rockets come in 4-0 in preseason, 2-2 for San Antonio, and the Rockets who play at a very great pace, Brent, and we've got a team in San Antonio that loves to slow it down. Gordon with a 15-footer.
Feel refreshed that the coach knows where you're coming from, and Pop said, yeah, look, I'm going to do a better job. We want him comfortable. So far in the preseason, he's looked just that. With him exploring the three-point line, Kevin. Yes. That is something that Pop would like to do, and LaMarcus got familiar with doing his last year in Portland. You'll see some more three-pointers.
Give back until the community is on its feet, guys.
Well, they've all been contributing in some way, mostly with like we have one disaster in this world after another. Now the fire's out in Northern California. Here's a Gordon triple. He hits his second.
Great year shooting a three, so more and more comfortable those guys finding him earlier and anticipating Powell shooting it.
It's Capella inside. Capella's game is...
It's either going to be Harden or Paul that's going to be getting him the ball, Kevin, in great positions to score.
He's already got 5 rebounds.
Got to think about the Spurs and the way that they start the season. We talked about Kawhi Leonard's injury and not really knowing when it is that he'll come back. Important minutes for the Spurs at the beginning of this season.
Murray got hurt in camp yesterday, hip injury. He's back in San Antonio. This is a 3-round by San Antonio. Here is Black, a former Rocket who was let go, then went to Los Angeles and the Lakers. Here comes Harden slithering down.
Most of what Kyle does is slow out in the court and deliberate, but this year I'm expecting him to make some solid contributions for this.
Works on Tucker, who's doubled by Black, and out top it goes to Forbes. And Bryn Forbes, who played at Michigan State with her before. Nice rotation, Ginobili with a triple. Beautiful stroke by Montague. Nice fake, works on Harden and takes it right in for 2 with a good-looking
thing that Pop has said to me.
Why do people treat you that way? Nice shot inside.
Setting the record off the bench for made three-pointers. Phenomenal offensive talent, and how much his game has changed from being a drive-it
for San Antonio.
And how many games of luxury Laverne will have before it is the teams figure out he can score out of the post.
Final night of preseason, as we've said, the undefeated Houston Rockets come in at 4-0, and they have looked good and not allowed any team to score 100 points.
By Danny Green.
It's Gordon on top. He made 206 against NBA preseason schedule. As Gay goes inside and looks for Laverne, who has found success and does again.
Start creating a lot of action, which is what we see with Houston, of course, with James Harden and now Chris Paul. San Antonio's pace will help them move along and get them.
Talking before about some of the changes this year in the NBA. One of them, the shorter preseason. Tucker will pop a 3. The player rest policies, rest rules, which is kind of on top of what you were talking about. Gordon knocks in another. Green will maneuver and faces a double and finds Anderson inside. But
schedule, and hopefully we'll see more stars shine throughout the course of this campaign.
Anderson across the lane, outside, open, free to fire. Harden once again. A lot of switching defensively for Houston. Aldridge, that was over. Here's James Harden. Career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. Anderson a 3. Got that one.
Baseline, and James Harden with an errant pass.
Good feed inside Mills from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Quickly, Kevin. I read an interesting stat from John Schumann last year just with regards to Chris Paul and what he's been so good at, the mid-range, one of the most devastating. And take the load off of that guy, James Harden.
Nice quick hands by Bertans. Ahead it goes with a pretty finish there. This is the biggest lead tonight for San Antonio, 7. Rockets led earlier by 8. A drive by Abamute.
Ability to handle the ball, break down defenses who are coming out to cover the 3 have been impressive. Huddling, Kevin, with a lot of their big guys coming out of the hole and opening up lanes behind the defense.
Here they go up big, but came back very strong into the playoffs, played well against Oklahoma City. Spinner right here by Aldridge. And no Kawhi Leonard, who has missed the entire preseason, yet we have seen a lot of star power, a rising side.
Harden's able to get there and create some havoc.
Here's the rookie, White, in for San Antonio. Nice tap in right there. Gay couldn't get it. Harden vacuums it in. Anderson putting up a triple. He's got 3 of them. All right, Matt, thank you. We are just seconds into the third quarter. Harden trying to take it and does with a nice feat.
32 as opposed to Houston's 14. He said they are a heck of a team, but he does like where Houston's at right now.
Over the top to LaMarcus Aldridge, we talked about in the first half. Houston being too high on the bigs, more interior.
By Anderson on the pass by Capella. Turnover for the Rockets on the fly. Here comes Green. Finding Anderson uncovered and knocked away with the goaltender. Call line. So they've made veteran additions, quality players each and every time. And there's all
than he has in the first two, which have been solid, but that he's going to have a recovery year. Danny Green up to Patty Mills, a little leak out in a quick time about Chris Paul and these things coming together. And my question to you, Kevin, is we all have very different voices, and the way that they hold other players.
With veterans, with the nice turnover, with more defense by Houston. And by Amute, Harden, Ariza, and this is a 3. It's an 8 assists, but they got him for the veteran minimum. Ginobili with a nice feed inside. Aldridge catches in stride. Manu Ginobili has hit a 3, assisted on a couple, and continues to star. Tucker, Harden.
Not a good matchup here.
Nope. Laverne defending and weaving right by him as James snaking his way.
The postseason.
Ariza got the head pass there from Harden. Oh, what a fake by Trevor Ariza! And have him surprise you either one way or the other.
Not shocking, though, that Pop would find a way to put
Finished 40 games with that left Achilles a season ago with Sacramento. Signs as the free agent and floats one up in here on the middle way. Laverne!
This is awesome.
I don't care if you're just a mile. Oh, there's a nice drive.
But if you did watch the NBA Open Court, I'll give a plug to the NBA Open Court, and Matt Weiner hosted Open Court at State.
Injuries and the way seasons can turn, how things could turn out. Ginobili on the run, and he gets it to
chair. Like, come on, friend, that's what you're here for. Shoot the ball.
Fire it. Ginobili puts it up and in. Manu! Black, it's picked up by Tucker. Off to Black with a nice shuffle move, doubled inside. You get DeJounte Murray back. How long Murray and Kawhi and Green will be on the perimeter defending. Starts about as early a regular season as I can recall. Maybe the earliest ever. Here's Green inside in a short period of time.
That's true, Kevin, but it will also be interesting for coaches this year to have to deal. I agree with you, Kevin.
And Forbes off to Aldridge, and he'll put this over Black and put it down. Monday, October 16th, the day before the openers.
And I think, Kevin, we could also talk about the idea of, along with replay, both of those things being addressed in the offseason.
Kyle Anderson by Harden.
He's not an important part of what it is the Houston Rockets need to do on both ends of the floor.
Harden is back in. Here comes Anderson. Kyle Mute outside. Gordon with 5 first-half threes and in with the offhand with a rebound, digging it out. The same thing last season, too, that he's afflicted with now. Gay gets it off in the corner.
And doing it on just 17 shots a game, establishing his three-point shooting over 5 attempts last year. But this being
switch on D, something the Rockets do quite a bit as we talked about, what they do shamelessly. Require at Cleveland State, transfers and plays a couple years in East Lansing. The runner here, good! Point blank range. It skimmed the rim and it's picked up by Gay with a mid-range shot. A respectable preseason crowd with the miss inside. Gordon long three, bucket! Go, the Spurs were up by 13. A breakaway here, 2 more with Ariza. Jochi's got it retaken with a nice move there by Derek White with an open lane into the rack and put in. Gay with a move on Jochi. Final seconds. Brown can hit, that's it. And the Rockets will finish the preseason.